Hello, my name is Anita, and today we will be discussing geothermal energy. So here are some basics. What is geothermal energy? Geothermal energy is the thermal energy generated and stored in the earth. Where does it come from? Geothermal energy is heat within the earth. This makes it a renewable source because heat is continuously produced inside the earth. And why do people use it? People use geothermal heat to bathe, heat buildings, and generate electricity. So here we see a little sketch of geothermal energy being used. Cold water is pumped down into the earth where it is generated and stored. It gets heated up, and steam and hot water are pumped back out to produce electricity. So how is the energy produced? Geothermal power plants use steam to produce electricity. The steam comes from reservoirs of hot water found a few miles or more below the Earth's surface. The steam rotates a turbine that activates a generator, which produces electricity. Where is it used? Worldwide, 38 countries currently use geothermal energy, with 23 being developing countries. Here are a few success stories. So in Algeria, a government-funded project is supporting the building of fish farms that utilize hot water from drill holes to heat tilapia ponds. The 3 farms built so far produce an average of 1,700 tons of tilapia per year. Iceland, which derives most of its heating and electricity from geothermal power, has been a leader in the use of geothermal power for agriculture since the 1920s. In addition to greenhouse heating, some 20 companies across Iceland dry between 2,000 and 4,000 tons of fish each year, while an emerging industry for geothermal pet food drying is currently producing 500 tons of animal feed annually. So what are some setbacks for geothermal energy? Why isn't it used everywhere? Well, startup costs remain the main barrier to developing countries exploring geothermal energy uses on a larger scale, making it all the more necessary for governments to take a leading role in attracting investment and creating policy environments that support the sector, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. So basically, it's just very expensive to start implementing geothermal energy. Now, let's read about how geothermal energy is used in the Philippines. The Philippines is the 3rd largest producer of geothermal electricity, as it is located along the Ring of Fire zone of Pacific volcanoes. In June 2018, the country launched a new string of exploration surveys, which is in addition to roughly 10 contracts with power companies on geothermal exploration, according to Think Geoenergy, a geothermal news and research site. The Philippines currently have 7 geothermal fields, which supply about 12% of the nation's energy, with a long-term plan to nearly double capacity by 2040. The country is said to have 35 geothermal service contracts currently being monitored and supervised by the Department of Energy. Once these contracts commence operation, they will significantly boost existing capacity of renewable energy. So here are a couple maps of the Philippines, and here are a couple of pictures of geothermal energy plants being used. And you can see the steam that's coming from the plants that's used to create electricity. Okay, so now let's do some quick review questions. Where is geothermal energy stored? If you said in the earth, you are correct. All right, true or false? Geothermal energy is a renewable source. If you said true, you are correct. Next, what do geothermal power plants use to produce electricity? Steam is the correct answer. And last question, which 2 countries did we learn about that had a success story using geothermal energy? Which 2 countries? Algeria and Iceland. All right, and that's all we have today for geothermal energy. I hope you enjoyed.